Shemai, hello, welcome back to Griffiths Graphics. Today we're going to do another drop it challenge. Last week was very good. It was the first time we did it. Obviously, it's been quite a slow grower on YouTube. But if you're watching this one and haven't watched the last one, please go and follow. And like all the other videos, you might like to watch them because they're all a bit of variety of different things, photography and graphics. So we're going into the graphic side of things a bit more now with the drop it challenge. And the drop it challenge is, quick overview, is I go on Google Maps, use the street character, and I drop it into a random town or city across the globe on the Google Maps. And wherever it lands, I've got 3 chances or 3 drop its to pick a business in that area to rebrand, right? And I've only got 20 minutes to do it. So another thing from last video, I didn't put the time up. This time I'm gonna put a time on the screen as well, so I know where I'm at, to prove that things can be done in 20 minutes, but also to show the challenge. I was thinking about increasing to 30 minutes, and I think last week was 30 minutes, but 30 minutes is a bit too long. So let's go from 20 minutes, and let's go straight into it. I'm gonna pick up the drop it character, the character on Google Maps. I'm going to float it around Manchester, but I'm going to start with UK again because nobody commented or messaged in the video to the videos or the Instagram to say where they want me to drop it next. So with that, I'm going to stick with the UK and I'm just going to float it around. And I'm not going to look at the camera. So I'm starting. Let me start floating from Manchester. So I was floating from Manchester. Did I drop it? Oh, it didn't work. So I'll do it again. That was a failed attempt. Oh, why am I here? Chunka A360, what? I don't know where the heck I am. A first reaction, right? I saw this as a first reaction and I was like, oh, that's 10B. But I don't think it is. Queen Mary's Ballot. Is that France? No, it can't be France because it's similar. Right, so I need to re-drop it just because. Oh, saying that. Could go for a letting agent, couldn't I? Right, I'm gonna second drop it. I don't know where I was. It doesn't say. Oh, Isle of Man. Right, okay. So you get 3 drops, right? So you can either take the area and move, so that counts as 2 drops, or you can reuse the drop. So Isle of Man, there was nothing in that street, so I'm gonna drop it again. So this is my second drop. Okay. Right. Where am I here? Wellingborough, England. Swansgate Shopping Centre. So, Wellingborough. Don't know where that is. I've never heard of Wellingborough, so that's quite new. So, there's a lot of businesses around here, but they're all quite new. What's that then? 5 Well Centre. 5 Well Centre. I don't really fancy doing something. 5 Well Centre. It doesn't sound right. I'm gonna use that second one. I'm gonna drop it again. 3rd drop. Right, here we go then. Put that again. Boston, England. Boston, England. So I'm gonna go. I have to now, because I've used my 3 shots, I have to go where what I see, right? So I've got 2 opportunities here, in my opinion. I've got Thompson and Richards Limited. I believe that is a letting agencies. Thompson and Richards, or I can go for a Weatherspoons. Moon Underwater. I'm gonna go for that, I think. Weatherspoons. So I'm gonna go Boston. So after I pick, I go to the notes. I pick I write down the area, Boston, England, and the Wetherspoons is called the Moon Under the Water. Why is it called that then? Wetherspoon. Okay, is there anything else on here just in case? It looks, when I originally saw that, I thought it was, ooh, what's that? White Hart Hotel and library. Oh, I could do the hotel as well. White Hart Hotel. No, I've said what I'm gonna do. I think I should stick with it. Okay, so I'm gonna go. What's that? Pilgrim House. Looks like a very old place. Right, okay, so I've picked where I'm gonna go then, right? I've picked the Moon Under the Water, Wetherspoons. I have no idea what the history of this place is. But it's very retro, so the current logo is like very calligraphy styled. I do think it's a Wetherspoon, so it should stay in that type of vibe, I think. Right, so with that, let me go back to Boston. I don't know where Boston, England is. Okay. So it's near Boston, England. So it's not, oh, okay. Right, I don't know that side of England, so, right. So Boston, England, Boston, right. Where White Hart Hotel is on the River Witham. And that's the, so, let's start then. So I'm going to start my 20-minute timer. I'm going to take 20 minutes to research it, and then I'm going to go into designing. So let's go straight now. So the Moon Under the Water, Wetherspoons. So if I go Google it, let's see what. So the famous writer called this his fictitious pub Moon Under Water. This one stands on site of Allen's Grocery and Tallow Chandler's Store. Okay, let's have a look. So there's history on this, and so every brand, I like looking into the history because it's probably the easiest way to go into it if you don't know the brand. I know Wetherspoons because I've drank there quite a bit, but it's just, I want to make sure with this, because you don't have a brief, best way to go after the logo, in my opinion, is to have a good history look at the area and go from there. This one stands on the site of the Allen's Grocery, was demolished. For many years it was Brenner's Bazaar, then later government office, a restaurant and bar. Okay. Bananas Bazaar. Okay, so it's a pretty place or pub. I like bazaar, like the idea of a bazaar. So so this maybe is new look where this one, and Moon Under the Water, Moon Under Water, the moon. Okay, the pub's name is a reference to George Orwell's 1946 essay, The Moon Under Water, which described his ideal pub. That is a... Oh, I like that name. I think we'll have to stay with it. Okay, so ideal pub. I like that. And it's next to the bridge as well. So, with that in mind, you've got the town bridge right next door to... Can I view the town bridge? Boston looks beautiful. It looks quite pretty. Like, I like this place. If you live in Boston, please let me know if it's a nice place, because I like the type of architecture you got here. It's like a really, it's quite old. It looks very, a lot of full of history. Type of place I would actually take my camera, to be honest. Right. So what I'm already seeing is these clove-like things in the window on the bridge. So bridge, clove. I'm just writing ideas down. So with any project, photography, anything, I write my notes, ideas. I like that. I like the color scheme as well. So it's a yellow color scheme, yellow, burgundy red, and white. I'm gonna pick, right? And then I'll go over here. I want to see the town bridge. Can we see it? Boston Town Bridge, England. Oh wow, it's a very pretty bridge. So the bridge is pretty as well. So I think we've got an idea here, to be honest. I've got an idea of... I don't know, I'm just thinking something like that down that lines. So you got the moon almost setting under the water. I think that's where I want to go, to be honest. I think it's... something like that, I'm thinking. Right? And then... brilliant. I think that's where I want to go, right? I think that's the best way. So it's 13 minutes down. So now I'm going to go into designing. Oh, right, what's the time? 3 minutes, 3 minutes. Oh, I've still got time. I've still got time to refine everything. Right. So it's getting quite close now. Oh, I'm chuffed with this. I think this has worked out quite well, but I don't want to jinx it. If I put the colour... brick orange. Boston yellow, I'm going to call that. So yeah, again, as I mentioned in the previous video, I would never consider going, when it comes to longer projects and everything, you don't always go for the first design. But in this case, because I'm under limit, and it's not like a serious thing, I went for the first idea in this sense, but it did work out, like how you could see how research is important, but how I got to the idea. The moon underwater, maybe that's quite nice. I like it like that, I think. Oh, so clean. It reminds me of the recent logo I've actually done, called Peak Brew, and that was made out of similar lines, to be honest. I quite like that type of logos. But yeah, a lot of people ask me, I don't do many pictorial logos, but I do pictorial logos. It's just depending on, the brand, really. I think it all depends on who you're working for, and I think with this, I think it works well, and it's quite the moon underwater, because it's such a long word as well. You could identify it. It should be easy to, it's an easy identifier. Again, you could have made it a bit more simple. What have we got? 25 seconds. Right, I'm happy with that. I've got 21 seconds, and the timer on this was 27 minutes. But that won't. So I've got 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. You get the gist, right? So I'm happy with what we've done, right? So I've just paused it at 1 now. So I'm happy with what we've done. Let me have a look. So bear in mind, okay, so with that said, right, that's the logo I've created, moon underwater. I think I'll just double check now. I think that's what the name of the pub was. The Moon Underwater, so which was a book or a novel written by George Oswell about his essay written about his favourite or ideal pub. And I like that concept, and that's something new. I would never never been to Boston, never been to this pub, never knew. I'm the only George Oswell book I know is Animal Farm. So it's just like, it's quite crazy. Within that space of 20 minutes plus, say, I've learned a lot. So 28 minutes, say. So when so the idea was, so I landed here, I saw the pub, went for the pub. No, I landed here, I think it was. Where did I land? I must have landed here because I saw that. Yeah. Yeah, and this was different. These have changed quite a bit. Where did I land there? So I landed around here, anyway. And I saw that pub, and I don't know, never been to Boston, never been to that pub, never read that book or heard about that name by George Oswell. And straight away, you've got Moon Under the Water, saw the river Witham, and I wrote that in my notes. So let me see my breakdown, right? My breakdown: Boston, England, the Moon Underwater, Wetherspoons, ideal pub, that's what it means, right? Bridge, which is on the town centre, which is right here. So you got the pub and you got the town bridge, and it's not just a normal bridge, it's actually the town bridge of Boston, so which is perfect. So people would identify the colours of the bridge to this. So another probably concept you could do with is, and maybe there's a negative space up here, but then that's enhancing the idea of the bridge. Again, I did mention about the clove, so the bridge clove on the note. So if you drop your pin back on the bridge, you've got this clove. So you could say that circle is a mimic of that, and the logo is inside of it. And it was in the colours of the bridge. So 20 minutes, and that's quite good going, I think. I'm quite chuffed with that, but I'm a lot more happy with this logo to what I did with the double tree from, because that was really simple. I know, like, it was just 2 leaves to mimic the 2 trees. Again, a line-based logo as well, pictorial logo. But I think with this, the text works. So for anyone asking about the font is Mendel Sans VF, which I instantly identified it as like a type of font or typeface you would see on like draft beer cans, or like craft ale. Quite a modern twist. So I'm trying to think of a modern, like, I like Tiny Rebel, but they use a completely different type of style. They're more vibrant, but you get like the classy look but also I believe that the way the spacing of the font works, the E, the drop of the works, the lower E and the H bars, there is a name for them, but they all work with the line-based logo as well. So I'm quite chuffed with that logo. I'm done it within 20 minutes. So with that, don't want to talk or bumble on anymore. But let me know if you're happy with. Let me know what you think about this. I hope that these videos, the last two, shows how quick you can do something. The only problem is with branding, I would give this as an option, but there's so much more I can do with this brand or logo, right? Yes, I made it within 20 minutes, but I'm a big believer in, I'll go away, go for a pee, go for a cup of tea, come back, look at it, and there'll be something I need to change. So you never go for the first choice, but it's a good thing to keep in the background, okay? Again, never been to Boston, England. When I dropped the pin, I thought I landed in Boston, United States, because I've never heard of a Boston in UK, to be honest. I'm glad I've landed here. It's a really pretty town. It's quite a small town, to be honest. For anyone who wants to know, Boston is on the east coast of England, north of Peterborough. I'm trying to think of a main big town. Kings Lynn is further up from there. Skegness. Yeah, so it's, and to be honest, it looks nice, right? But you know, everywhere looks nice, looks bad, can be rough and all that, but it looks really pretty, quite a historic market town, inland port in Lincolnshire. I really like this little town, and it might be a visit on the cards someday. So thank you very much for watching this video. Please, again, like, subscribe. I really appreciate any likes and subscribe, because YouTube doesn't do the pushing. See, on YouTube, it's all down to the creator. So all the work I do, doing this logo, setting up the kit, editing, it's all down to myself, you know, and all the other YouTube creators. You push it, you have to push it. So I would really appreciate any likes and subscribe. Please comment if you hate the logo, just slate it, you know, but just interact. And again, please feel free to message me, because I love hearing your own branding ideas and stories, or if you want more insights into things, please let me know. So with that, thank you again. I'll see you in the next one. Diolch yn fawr. Cheers.